Indubitably. Indubitably. Alright. I gotta fucking wake up. Still sleeping. This analysis. Alright. So, we got a new week. So this is my monthly candle. Nice little bullish formation that we're having right now. Could flip bearish, but I don't think it's gonna flip bearish anytime soon. I think if anything, we're gonna flip bearish. We would have to potentially fill this candle, or we actually start to continue moving down, or even just before we even start to continue the flipping process in general. But as of right now, current potential support is here, and then resistance is here. The reason why it's a resistance, simple. Candle closed bearish at this level or below this level, which it also initially formed a wick, and it just never closed above. So with that being said, that just makes it a resistance. That's pretty much straightforward stuff on the monthly. Now on the weekly, you get a little bit more data. So here around 26, I would say 26.15. I'm going to adjust the zone as I continue to go down. It's typically what happens when you break down price. But you're looking at 26.15 as a support level on the weekly. And then for resistance, I would put a resistance potentially up here. If this weekly, which it just opened, if it closed like bearish like this, then you could potentially put a resistance level here, and that would basically indicate the most recent resistance. So that's basically what I'm trying to play off right now, is just most recent, since we do trade price action. Now, so this is my most recent support, this is my most recent resistance. I will keep this in mind as well, but just like I said, as of right now, this is the most recent, so I'm going to keep that level there. I'm trying to look over here as well to see if there was any resistances or any levels that we potentially could trade down to. I'm just going to throw a line here just to see what it looks like on the lower time frames. So let's go into the daily, because the weekly is pretty simple as well. Okay, so this level here on the daily, I'm going to keep it. This could be potential targets for the week. I'm just going to throw this over here like this. And then for supports, since we're going off most recent, I'd say this would be a support level. And then any other level that we could probably potentially retest could be like down here around 26.59. And then yeah, what I also want to do is, because I know in the lower time frames, if there's going to be any type of resistance level, it's going to be here forming. There's definitely candles that have closed below this 26.90 level. So I'm going to throw something up there, because I know like 4 hour, 1 hour, there might be something there. Might have to adjust a little bit higher, but I'm just going to throw that there for now. And that's pretty much the levels that I'm looking at and we're gonna probably play off them somewhere in this area, in this range today, something like this. But that all depends on what price wants to do. So I'm gonna adjust the support here. Most recent resistance is up here on the 4-hour. So this is looking already interesting because this is where you could start telling stories and we can start breaking down how price is actually going to be moving. If you look at the daily time frame, right, just to keep my mind fresh and to understand what essentially price is doing or what price could also potentially do. Looking at the trend as of right now, overall in the daily, we're trending sideways, right? We're not going in any really direction. But if we were to go into like a smaller area, look into like an area like this, for example, right? We would be seeing that we have resistance levels here, and we also have support levels here, right? So when price tends to get to this level or to this level, right, we tend to bounce off of it and create our little trend, right? So we're in a little trend. We're not in a big overall trend. We are in fact in a little trend. The little trend is bullish because we found a support level down here somewhere, and prices also, you know, started forming higher lows. So, or sorry, not higher lows, lower highs. And so that's basically indicating that price is moving up, right? Like you got a resistance, support, support that respected this previous resistance, respected it as a support. So that's something, right? That's something there. That's telling us that basically we're trending up for the short term or for the long term. We don't know yet until we start breaking out of more stronger levels. But besides that, I know that this is a level here on the daily. And I know that if we're trending up, where could we potentially be going? We could potentially be going to this level. Since that's something that, you know, is basically my theory, that's what I think could happen. What is this daily candle doing? Well, this daily candle is basically just exhausting, right? The last 4 days, which was last week, all last week, you could pretty much say, see this weekly candle, all last week, we were trending up. We were going up, right? Nothing but bullish candles, bullish closures, all last week, pretty much. So what is happening? Price is exhausting, right? You can't drive your car 1,000,000 kilometers without having to stop and exhaust the engine and exhaust the tank, right? You need to do things. You need to slow the car down. You need to stop the car. You need to turn the car off. You need to fill the tank up. Essentially, what gold could be doing right now is it could be filling its tank up. It's just exhausting. And if that's actually what's happening, we're in a perfect position for buys today. We just got to find the entries on the lower time frame. It's that simple. This daily, it could just be printing a bottom wick, and any day now, or not any day, but any hour, we could say within the day, we could start trending up. So what could be happening is on the lower time frame, this is what makes it a lot better when I go like this. Now I can do this here. I got 2 charts because the best thing. 2 charts, different time frames. Two of the same charts, but 2 different time frames, right? So simple. Let me mark this level here. Okay. And mark. Mark this here. So essentially this is my range here. And I don't know if I would trade below here just yet. I would want to see actually what the 4-hour looks like, because the 4-hour does have these levels here. It really does depend, but keep it. Actually, what does it look like? Throw it down here, 1 hour. Okay, fuck it, I'm gonna keep it here. Simplify it, knowing that this is a 4-hour level as well. So basic shit. Okay, daily time frame. What is it doing? Going down, right? It's exhausting because the last 4 days we've been trending up, right? So what could be happening? We're pulling back to continue moving back up. We're just exhausting for a little bit. Cool. What does it show you on the 1 hour? This is no different from what we're looking on the daily. This is literally the daily candle right here. Same shit, right? So what is happening? Pulling back, which means that if we start to see structure start to continue moving up, we could potentially be in buys to essentially trade back up to this level, 2696. It's that simple. And moving forward, even above 2696, we can continue we can continue to try to catch trades above that level as well, going up to 2718. And why? The reason being is because that will be the daily flipping. So the daily candle will flip, continue moving forward. Essentially, it will fill this wick from the previous previous day, which was Friday, or yeah, Friday, and then it could continue to drive. Before that, we got to see what's going to be happening on the lower time frames. If price is going to start forming some type of support. Now, the other thing behind this is this is a higher time frame idea, right? And I'm only here for a couple hours trading. So how can I capitalize on a few hours? Well, essentially, I'm going to take the same idea that I use with the daily and the 1 hour and the 4 hour, and I'm basically going to do the same thing from the 1 hour down to even the 1 minute, right? So if I take this daily and we look at the 4 hour, what is the 4 hour doing? Okay, well, in an hour, the 4 hour is going to close, which means the new hour is going to open, the new 4 hour. And the way it looks right now is it doesn't have a top wick. So what could happen, right? Like if this pull back and flip, who knows yet? We got to see. We got to let price tell us instead of trying to figure out what is price going to do. So basically my bias right now is I'm looking for buys, right? I'm not looking for sells unless structure shifts, unless it starts printing levels that show me that, okay, we're moving down to the downside. Then I'll start to analyze and look for more positions to the downside. But as of right now, I'm just looking for buys. That's my bias. And I'm not going to try to chase anything. I'm just going to let price show me what it wants. And I'm going to follow suit. So looking at the 4 hour, this is what it looks like. This is what the 1 hour looks like. So I already know what I'm looking for, kind of, in regards to buys going up. Now, since we're still on the 1 hour here, I haven't even looked at the 30, haven't looked at the 15, haven't looked at the 5, haven't looked at the 1. This is telling me something here. This is telling me that there could be some type of bullish closures happening, which means that could structure already be shifting back to the upside on the lower time frame? Potentially. Let's find out. So, 30-minute. Cool, we got a 30-minute bullish closure. What is this candle looking like? This candle has a wick, which means that something happened down here, some type of liquidity or whatever the case, something happened. So I'm definitely going to keep that in mind. On the 5, or not on the 5, on the 15, I'm going to check it in a second. The 15, it's the same thing, right? 15, we closed bullish. And 5, same idea. Okay, cool. So, Julio stuff. I need to throw in this journal just so I have it here and I don't fucking lose it and I don't forget to write in it. Okay. Okay, cool. So take this. We're gonna go to the 1 because I'm gonna be trading off basically the 1. Whatever the 1's doing, I'm gonna look on the lower time frame. So new 1 just opened. Okay, we're 48 minutes left for this 1 hour candle, and basically 48 minutes left for the 4 hour. So whatever's happening here on the higher time frame is basically showing us on the lower time frame on the left side. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna throw a level down right here, and what that basically will indicate is this 1 hour flipping bullish. So if price starts to trade above this zone, that basically tells us that the 1 hour is flipping bullish. And at 9 o'clock, if we get closures above this level, that will basically tell us that the 1 hour is closing bullish. If we're getting a bullish closure, we could potentially start to look for some buys going back up, and we could potentially start forming those moves back to the upside for the longer term, obviously. But I'm only trying to be in the market no longer than 1 hour in regards to holding a trade. That's why I'm looking on the 5 minute, even the 1 minute. I was gonna say 1 hour, but even the 1 minute. So this looks already pretty good to me. I'll be looking for buys above here, and for sells, I'm not looking really for anything. Now another idea that I have is, could I get into buys at a lower price? I don't think it's gonna happen. I'd rather wait and be sure for some closures above here. As of right now, I think I should just let price fall and do its thing until it starts flipping. Yeah, that's the idea, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, what's going on here? Already making. I need some music. Look at this 5. Interesting. Oh, good. Check. I went to BIOS to check my fucking temperature. Oh fuck, that smells. Mm-mm-mm-mm. 8:20. We have nothing today. That's crazy. What are you guys doing? Fucking sleeping? Like they don't got an economy. They still gotta fucking fix up. Taking a day off on Monday. What is this shit? It says, I'll stop burning it down. I think the government's burning LA down. It's very, bro. It is very obvious as to why California is burning down. And if it is the government behind it, it's very obvious. Trump's about to become the president, and they're literally giving this guy a fucking headache to deal with. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if you start seeing more shit like this. Like, this is all just Trump's fucking garbage now. Like, you think Biden's gonna do anything? No, this guy literally has like what, 2-3 weeks left. Let's see if even he made a comment. Biden hasn't played politics with LA fires. What does that have to do with any? What is that? President Biden goes viral for unexpected pun during LA fire briefing. Accidental joke while addressing a very serious issue. Sad. Guy's literally about to fucking have it. Literally about to get into office and have all that fucking garbage to take care of. Fortunate, man. All the people losing their houses and shit. Like, you don't know the truth. You don't know. Like, I'm honestly just thinking with my gut you know, and saying that the government's burning the shit down, but you don't really know, right? Like, it could be natural, but at the same time, like, somebody could be behind it. But regardless, people are losing houses that they worked so fucking hard for. People are losing businesses that they worked so goddamn hard to build. People are losing goddamn cars and toys and whatever the fuck else because they worked so goddamn hard for it, right? And they paid how much taxes? They pay 50% of their taxes, isn't it? Something like that. They pay 50% of what they fucking make. And what? The government or whoever the fuck, the officials are complaining about not having enough water to fucking take out the fires. Are you guys crazy? Isn't there an ocean like right there? An ocean, right? Like what? Like I don't understand. Where's all those tax dollars going? They pay 50, people pay 50% of their earnings to a goddamn state. And what? They can't control these fires? Then the question becomes, who let it get out of hand? Right? Like for real. Like if it's a natural fire, and I get it. Like I get it, bro. Like shit fucking fire fucking moves quick, especially if the air is dry. But like come on, man. The first house, they should have been like, okay, yo, we gotta get our fucking, like, we gotta get our hands out of our pants, basically, and fucking start playing and start moving. But now it's all Trump's problem. That's it. You think Biden gives a fuck? No. Democrats don't give a shit. Aren't they a Republican state now too? Like, sad, bro. It's sad. We're getting some little volume going on here. Oh, this is so annoying. This 1 hour and the 30-minute look fairly the same. But if anything's gonna tell me something, it's gonna be the 15. 15 down to the 1. The 15 still open. Closes in 3 minutes. 5 minutes. Been forming. Haven't been looking at areas here in a few minutes. But doesn't mean, like, once this starts breaking, that 15's flipping now. So could we fill this wick, continue down potentially? I'm still looking for those buys. Like, this is a little level here. Put this there. There's a little level we have there. This could be liquidation here. Price could come down here and do its thing and start moving back up. But I'll let price tell me that. I'll let price tell me what it wants to do. I'm chilling. There's no news. Nothing. This is interesting. Trump's plan for mass deportation could have a big effect on prices. I mean, that is true. There's going to be increases in prices, decreases in services. Experts are concerned that deporting such a large amount of undocumented immigrants at once will leave a hole in the labor force. Fucking right. All the Mexicans that fucking work in labor there. The 2023 study in the journal. But why is that a bad thing? Like, for the longest run, like, obviously there's people that are trying to get their documents and that are obviously working hard, obviously, to have a better life. Don't get me wrong. But what about the other people? Right? The fucked up people. What about them? And like, experts, hold on, where is it saying? Like, they're basically trying to say that like it's a bad thing that they want to get rid of all these immigrants, but it's like, for the long run, it's not bad. You're getting rid of all these fucking immigrants. You don't know what these people are doing in the country, right? They could be telling you, yeah, I work here, you know, just trying to get my documents, but for all you know, they're fucking trafficking. Like, you don't know. So the better thing to do is get them the fuck out, because with these people that come here illegally, they come with drugs, they come with whatever, gangs, they come with violence, you know, they have their ways, right? A lot of shit's hush hush, so we don't know until you see, you know, fucking a bunch of drug houses and kids going missing and all this shit. Like, what happens? They come here, they sell it back to wherever, they get paid. But everybody's gonna have their own speculations about what's really going on. And that's just mine. But it is good for the long run that you get rid of all these immigrants, because there's a lot of people that aren't doing nothing for fucking society. Why would you want them? It's like if you bring somebody into your house and they're doing nothing. You bring somebody into your house, they do nothing. They don't clean, they don't fucking clean after their own room. They don't do anything. They don't cook, they don't take out the garbage, they don't do nothing, right? Cut the grass, they don't do nothing. Why would you want them in your house? Get the fuck out. You don't do nothing. Let alone pay for anything, right? They don't pay rent. Let's say that. Okay, you call them a squatter. They don't pay rent, they don't pay nothing. Why are they in your house? Get them the fuck out. You do the same thing. Well, that's what these people are doing. That's what Trump wants to do. Come to this country, you don't pay taxes. You know, you work illegally, essentially. I mean, I don't care. Like, fuck. It's better to not pay taxes, because in reality, where the fuck is you don't know where your taxes go. But the overall idea is the fact that you basically contribute to society, you know, where the money goes into military and all this shit, and you know, you expect some type of return. But in this case, right, a lot of people are just coming here to launder money, smuggle drugs, smuggle humans. So you gotta get rid of them. Lock up your borders. Simple. You don't want dirty bags in your house? Get them the fuck out. A lot of them. But there is a lot of them that come to these countries for a better life. How do you find the difference? It's tough, but you gotta do what you gotta do. We're finding support here at 2667. So that could be something for us here. So this 15-minute that I was just looking at previously, closed bullish. Interesting stuff. Trading's boring. So this candle's important here. Seeing the way it's forming at this level is very important, because it's just showing you something's going on here that price doesn't want to continue driving down, right? And if it's going to drive down, it probably will drive down with some force. These rejections are very important. So this candle is going to close below this level in 5 seconds here, or will it? We don't know, but looking like it will. Okay, so we're getting this close. The next 5, what's going to happen, right? Is this next 5 going to continue driving, or is it going to essentially start to flip? And if it starts to flip bullish and starts closing bullish, this 15 could start to flip. And if this 15 flips and closes bullish, then we can move back to the upside. This could be liquidation. So there could be orders here. Orders. But there could be an area here where price is coming down to liquidate, which is grab orders to continue driving up. This is basically where the fuel could be for the car to fill up. This is where the gas station is for the car to fill up. Or the gas station could be below here for the lower, or sorry, for the higher time frame. But we don't know that yet. We're just letting price tell us what's going on, and then we follow suit. Nice. Justin Trudeau says Canada is ready to respond with our counter tariffs against US if President-elect Donald Trump follows through on his threat to begin a trade war in North America. The United States means the outgoing Canadian Prime Minister said his government isn't looking for a trade fight with the new administration, but it will have to retaliate if the US puts tariffs on Canadian products, not Canada, Canadian products. Canada buys more US made goods than any other country according to US Commerce Department export data. Really? Well, we buy oil from them, I believe. But we sell a lot of wood. We sell a lot of lumber to fucking America. We sell a lot of lumber to America. And what is lumber? What is wood? Wood builds homes. So let's see this. What does America? What does Canada sell to America most? Could have asked that question better, but see, I don't understand about Canada. We sell energy products to America. Okay, we sold energy product in 2023. Canada exported $124 billion in crude oil to the United States, which was 90% of the country's total crude oil exports. Where the fuck did the other 3% go? And on top of that, why are our prices for gas? Why is gas so high if we're the ones selling it to them? Oh, I wonder why. Because we buy it right back. Exports to the United States have increased at an annual 8.5% over the past 5 years. 23, United States was destination for 76% of Canada's total exports. $15's gonna close below this level. So it's looking like that's the case. Whoops. Four-hour closes in 15 minutes. Looking like we're gonna close bearish, which is fine. Same thing with this 1 hour. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. focus up on this for a second. That's why. With the 5 minute. I'm gonna stick with this level here, but there'll be a level here as well. 2658. I'm gonna stick with 2663 to see where price could potentially start to bounce. Mm. Nice. 1 hour has created that wick. We have 5 minutes left. Same thing with the 4 hour. 5 minutes to this 4 hour closes as well. We might close bearish here though. which I'm not like, doesn't really bother me, but I still gotta see closures above here on the lower time frames. And like minimum 15-minute, I gotta see 15-minute structure start to trade, start to form back to the upside, because right now we're forming to the downside. We're creating lower highs, like lower high. We had a potential, we still have potential, 4 minutes left to create another lower high, but see what happens, because the 5 is kind of telling me otherwise, right? Like I was talking about how this could be a liquidation area, you know, so we'll see what price tells me, right? Because we still have chances to trade back down, but we did close back into this range, right? So what is going to happen now? If we do continue going back up here to 2672, what's going to happen at that level, right? Are we going to reverse? Are we going to break through? If we break through, are we going to hold above? If we start holding above, then that's when I can start looking at the minimum 15-minute time frame and say, okay, cool. Are we starting to form, you know, higher lows? Which then will indicate that, okay, we could potentially start moving back up to the upside. And then that's when I'll start looking for entries or even just positions in general. 15 or 30 minutes flipping bear or bullish, and 1 hour hasn't flipped yet. So the break of this high is that 1 hour flip, right? We'll see. Okay. New hourly opening up. This previous 1 hour was bearish. And the 4 hour as well has closed bearish. Let's see. $4 is gonna come down at the bottom wick. I gotta see more data. I gotta let this print a little bit more. Since we closed back into the range above 2667, we're likely to fill, but there could be a little bit of a situation here. But we're likely to fill back up to 2672. But my idea, a little shy of my idea, because okay, so the 4 hour just opened up, right? And ideally, like, you would want to see, like, for the longer run, you would want to see a bullish, closure on the 4 hour, because you're not going to see, unless there's news. But the thing is we don't have any news today, right? So this bullish candle, or this candle in general that's open, it's not just gonna go all the way up in one candle without any type of sentiment. And I'm not saying that it can't go up even to like here, right? But even if it does come up here without making a bottom wick, could that be an indication that we're going to continue driving down? So like if price does come up, let's say to like here, right? Then it could start reversing. So I think the most important thing for me today, I want to get any type of position, I'm going to take it easy because it's Monday. Any type of position could be in here, in this zone. Oops. The reason being is because anywhere in this area, we could start reversing. That's my theory. That's what I think could happen. Now, I could be wrong, and we can continue just going up. But like I said, by 1 o'clock, which will be the next candle opening for the 4 hour, I don't see in 4 hours this candle completely just shooting up. This will take us all the way till 5 o'clock if we're going. And if we're gonna go back up to retest the highs, this is taking us until 5. It's gonna take 8 hours. I don't think that's gonna happen in 4 hours, this bump up. But in 4 hours, we definitely could see some type of exhaustion. Or in this case, since we are bullish, we could see some type of continuation to the upside over here. And then that's where I'll get in, get out, do my business, and I'll be back tomorrow. But other than that, seeing the retest all the way up to here, it's not going to happen in 4 hours. It's not likely. I don't see it happening. In 8 hours, potentially, but not in 4. And maybe even to the Asian session tonight, definitely see a push up here, but we don't know yet until we start closing above 2672. And that's it. That's my focus. 2672. Give me those closures above. Start seeing some support being formed here, and I'll be in buys. And this is what's our range here? 55 pips. What about raising desk? But I just spent a lot of money upgrading my PC. Interesting. I had mentioned like a few minutes ago this level being an iffy level for price, and price is struggling here. So let's see what could happen. Are we gonna break through and continue our way back up to here or not? Why didn't I even get a trade today, to be honest? Not really in a rush. But we'll see. We'll see. Hey, we're rejecting that zone. Look at how that 5 rejected and then new 5 opened up, right? That tells us something. There's resistance here. This closed bearish. This next one's driving. What are we gonna do now, right? This level was broken. It was broken again, right? We basically ended up closing back into this little range here. And now we're forming essentially a lower range. That's what I'm saying. Price is very tricky right now. I gotta wait. You just gotta sit. You gotta wait. Gotta be patient. Wait till the 2672 gets tapped or broken through, and then we'll make our decisions. But until then, I'm not really hunting for price or hunting for any entries. And this 1 hour is open too, right? Like, it's not really doing much. So what could happen? Who the frick knows? If we had some type of news today, though, price definitely probably would have been driving, but we got early this morning. Price already kind of made its bearish move, so what's gonna happen now? Gotta figure it out, and just gotta wait, be patient. I'm tripping. What news was I looking at? I swear I was saying Monday there was nothing. You guys are fucking. Okay, so tomorrow for PPI, Wednesday. We got 5. Breaking back past that zone. Let's go to rate this email. I gotta shit. I take a fucking shit. All right. Got a shit. I'm gonna go take a shit. Once again, we close around this level. Close below, but back. Support. See, like this 4 hour, 1 hour, like hasn't really gone anywhere, right? 30-minute close bearish. Below this support here, if you were to put a support there. But looking at the lower time frame, right, like build this support here. So just gotta adjust. See what price is gonna do. I'm not changing my mind. I'm waiting for 2672. Going back up to retest this resistance. Let's see. 5 closure, no wick. Going down. So we might fill this wick, which is essentially filling this range here. I'm adjusting this level here on support just because the 4 hour, this is the most recent support. I have my level on the most recent resistances, not the most recent resistances, but previous resistances that could potentially be support levels. But what I'm seeing here is prices rejecting, you know, off these wicks here, like it's making wicks, right? So this is the most recent 4 hour support. And if I go to the 1 hour, the most recent support in reality is over here, but this was where price bounced previously before it continued driving up. This 1 hour that has a huge wick came all the way down here and respected it, and then at the same time over here we're also respecting, so something's going on here. So I'm going to keep this level here for the 1 hour, but obviously to refine it on the lower time frames we'll put it down here. So this is our support. And price closed above. Let's see what happens. There's a resistance up here still. 26 pips. 45. Mm-mm. Minute flipped. 1 hour flipped. Hour flip. So was that the bottom wick for the 4 hour? So now that's what I'm saying, right? As I was mentioning before, in 4 hours, it's likely that we're not going to go all the way up here. It's likely we're not going to fill this entire range with one 4 hour candle. In 8 hours, it could potentially happen. So what could happen? What could be going on here right now is we create this bottom wick. We start driving up. Okay, we start breaking through this level, which is the level we're looking for, and we start driving up. And then let's say the 4 hour at 1 o'clock, which is this one, closes. Let's say around this area, with maybe a wick or whatever the case is. And then in the next hour, it continues driving up. Or next 4 hour, it continues driving up. So that's something that could happen, right? But if this 4 hour closes bullish, and if it closes strong bullish, that could be a sign that, okay, we're ready to go back up to 2696 to retest those highs and potentially even continue moving forward, right? It's just it's a stronger sign, right? It's something like this, right? Price drives, exhausts. We fill up some gas, we have a strong bullish closure, and we continue to retest the highs and continue even to move past that high, right? But that's ideally what we're looking for over here. It's just we're printing, right, a higher low. So that's what we're gonna wait for. We're gonna see. I could be in positions anytime now. But it's just a matter of seeing and being patient and letting price do its thing. One hour also closes in 10 minutes, right? So if we get a strong closure in 10 minutes as well, the next 1 hour, what is it gonna do? It could print up. 5-minute close, but didn't close above that zone. So I gotta wait. I might wait till 10 o'clock. But we're looking to get some volume here. What is this? Okay, 30-minute closing like this. How about our 15? Just gonna keep this here on the 15. I'll probably be 5 or even the 1. Look at this push. Nice. 80 pips. Mm-mm. Last 5 of the 1 hour. What's this range here? 87. Hey, 10 o'clock coming up here. I'm not liking these closures back inside here, but it's looking like it's wanting to do. If that's the case, I'm gonna have to adjust the zone. Still no closure outside of this range on the 15. 5, we do have the closure outside, but we did, because we closed above here, doesn't mean anything since we're closing back inside, so I gotta wait now. But the new 1 hour and the new not the new 4 hours, but the new 1 hour is open. 1 hour closed bullish. It's good. Now are we gonna retest these highs on the 1? So what I'd probably wait for I gotta take into consideration the 1 hour and the 32. Okay, yeah, so this is good now. So we're creating a bottom wick. Hopefully we continue to go down a little bit more, just a little bit. Like a dip down here would be nice. And now what I could say is if we close above here, bullish on the next 5. So if this current 5 closes above here, the next 5 I could potentially be in buys, which then that would be on the 30-minute, on the higher time frame, even the 1 hour, it would be the break of that 1 hour, previous 1 hour high up. So that's the idea. It's the idea for entries at least. But I need to see this 1 hour kind of dip a little bit lower. Like, I mean, I guess that's fine, but I want to see. I want to see that closure above there. this pullback, if this pullback had happened a little bit higher, like let's say the support was somewhere up here, I'd probably be looking for positions at the break of these levels. But to also like look to the left now on the 1 minute, there is a resistance level here, and price looks like it tapped it just a little bit. So I'm gonna wait for the higher time frame, which is the 5, give me a little bit more of some reassurance on the move to the upside, because this could simply be a fake out, and if it is, then closures below probably this level here, we may start heading back down. But I wouldn't, like, I could sell in this zone 100%, which is something that I probably might do, only if the 15 closes bearish. That's it. In 12 minutes, if this 15 closes bearish below here, that's when I'll be in sells. But other than that, looking for buys. Because then if we close below here, we're back in this range, and this now becomes liquidity, or this liquidity in this range for us to drive down back to 2665 level. But yeah, so if we don't get a closure below here on the 15, below this level on the 15, I won't be in sells. Closure above here, I'll be in buys.
Separate myself from the voices in my head.
Okay, 5-minute close below. I still need 10 minutes. 10 minutes of candles to show me what's going on here. 10 minutes worth of candle means a 15. Just wanted to clean my steering wheel. 15 flipping. Since the 30 flipped and we closed, previous 30 closed above this level, this 30-minute resistance, we're looking to fill this wick and then potentially even continue moving up. 1 hour has a good bottom wick. That's something that I would like to see. It's just gives me a little bit more confidence when I'm going to be entering the close above, seeing that bottom wick. Okay. High bottom wick. For the next 5, if we close like, I guess I'm right, like if we close in this zone, for the next 5, I want to see a top wick. Just briefly, doesn't need to be anything crazy. Or I might just market execute. I'll see. But if this continues, like if it just drops in the next 2 minutes, trade's invalid. Can't take it. And that'll probably be it for me. But we'll see. Only Monday. Got a whole week ahead. I'm hungry. And I gotta go to gym. Gotta go to the gym. One more minute. If it closes above or like closes bullish, it's gonna be crazy. Okay, so 15's closing bearish. 5 has made that top wick. Okay, I'm in here. I could put my stops maybe like the 15 just opened, new 15. You know what? That was questionable actually. But I'm in now, so. But the 15 closed above here, which is iffy. I wouldn't be surprised if we make a top wick. But yo, listen, I gotta journal this. Quickly copy link. So we have it. Yeah, this 15 still needs to make a top wick, but my bias is strong based on the 5. I believe we'll start coming down. You just gotta hold through. And my stop loss is not there. My stop loss is here. We're basically 1 for 1. Break even. I'll probably go break even here. Even maybe close out for like 1.5% or 2%. Like right here. $20 seconds for this 5. Okay, so the 5 closed bearish, and this 15 is starting to flip back bearish again. Slightly. This might be a quick move. Stop loss to break even is at that level. I'll probably be up like 2% on that, so I might close full. Let's see. $15 flipped. Man, my girl's texting me and I'm getting distracted. Freaking broads. Okay, I'm closing full. Closed full here. Okay, what did we get here? We did. We had sells on this. Gold. What was it? Ideally, it was a fake out. Like, fake out. Yeah. Fake out. I actually should add, I'm gonna add to the market execution. Because I just market executed on that. I'm good with I'm good with what, 1.5%. Like, this can drop all at once. It's Monday. I'm good with 1.5. We had no news really today anyways, so this is just pure fucking price action. What do we take it off? 5? It was off a 5-minute closure. That's what it looked like before. After. Cool. And then our profit. So we won. Profit at 12. Or I closed at 12. But it's saying 11.29. I'm paying 70 cents in commissions. For what reason? I don't know. Not dealing with spread. I gotta look at my account, my broker. Let's see. I can put it whatever. 11. Oh, we're back down. What's my percentile today? Percentile. Five. 5%. Cool. Up 3.5 keys. 3.5 P's. Let's go. Add a validation rule. No. Alright. Nice. Done for the day. No more trading. We finished. Dropping. Cool. Only if you want to. Nice. Good freaking shit. What do we have tomorrow? 8:30 core PPI.
A part of it, nigga. Make it a part of it, nigga. Sense, nigga. What do you think this was, nigga? Not the ideal. Think or something, nigga? No, nigga. Oh, T. Yeah. Fuck.
Last time I checked, I'm fucking white, so stop calling me the N-word.
I don't give a fuck. I fucking nigga.
Well, I'm too.
Yo, blood clot.
Blood fire. Pussy rotten.
Yo.
You what?
Went to court. Back from court.
All right, that's it for this. I'll be on tomorrow. My friend who's not